If you're going to hunt successfully, it's very important that you know a few things about the area that you're going to hunt in terms of how you're going to get in and out of the stand, how the wind is going to play, um, if you're going to bump deer when you come in and out, that kind of thing. Beyond that, you have to understand the feeding patterns and you have to understand the weather. So, anytime before I'm going to go on a hunt, up to a few days before, I want to check a couple of things. I like to go to the website on the screen now, deerfeedingchart.com, and put in my zip code. And this goes off of the lunar cycle, and it will show you a few key things. What you'll see on the screen is my area code for today, or my zip code for today, and it's based off of the lunar calendar, and it shows me the sunrise and sunset, the major feeding times for the day, any minor feeding times if they exist, the moon illumination, and it gives it an overall score. And you can see the quality of the hunts will rise and fall through the month based on the lunar calendar. So, what I like to do is find a feeding time that is that works for my schedule and then get into the stand several hours ahead of that time. And I can move through the month today, tomorrow, and I can see I'm coming down, and I can look and pick a day and see how the feeding times move and pick a time that suits my schedule. Another thing that's extremely important is to look at the weather. I go to the weather channel, I put in my zip code, and I look at a couple things. I look at the temperature and I look for, I wouldn't say drastic, but I look for marked lowering of the temperature to where I know that the deer are going to be up on their feet. I look for conditions that aren't thunderstorms. If I'm looking for sunny or mostly sunny, maybe cloudy, look at my precipitation, and then mostly I look at the wind direction. I know that both of the stands that I currently hunt on two different properties can hunt with anything other than a southern wind. I prefer a northern wind. So on Friday the 18th here, I've got a good low, it's sunny, 0% chance of precipitation, and I've got a fair north wind. I know that's going to cover my entrance and exit from the stand, and I know that that's going to cover my scent. It doesn't mean that I want deploy any other mechanisms like the scent cover, but I know this gives me a good chance of getting in and out undetected and having the deer come to my feeder without winding me. So just to recap, the Solunar calendar is not perfect, but it's pretty accurate for giving you times that the deer are going to be on their feet if you look at the feeding times. And then particularly the wind direction is going to help, and looking at the temperature and your weather.